In the annals of World War II, the necessity of dropping the atomic bomb stands as one of the most debated topics. However, upon closer examination by seasoned historians, the evidence overwhelmingly suggests that the use of these bombs was essential to both saving lives and bringing an end to the conflict. In this episode of Forgotten History, we delve into key questions surrounding this contentious issue. 1. Why were the bombs necessary? 2. How many lives did they save? 3. What impact did this have on the conclusion of World War II? 4. How did the bombs shape post-war geopolitical realities? Hello, I'm Brian Mark Rick, a Marine Corps officer, former history professor, and historian. Welcome to this discussion on Forgotten History. Nearly 8 decades ago, as preparations were made to drop the first atomic bomb on Hiroshima, the question of necessity loomed large. Having studied this era for over 25 years, I contend that without the atomic bombs, a planned invasion of Japan in November 1945 would have resulted in staggering casualties, potentially numbering in the millions. To understand the rationale behind this assertion, it's crucial to grasp the extent of Imperial Japan's atrocities during World War II. Many of their military operations, such as the campaigns in Nanjing and Greater Tokyo, exacted a horrific toll, far surpassing the combined casualties of the atomic bombings. Moreover, the fanaticism of the Japanese military, coupled with their civilian population's indoctrination, painted a grim picture of the potential cost of invading Japan. With millions ready to fight to the last breath, a conventional invasion would have unleashed unprecedented bloodshed and suffering. Estimates by Secretary of War Henry Stimson suggested that such an invasion could have resulted in up to 4 million casualties, including hundreds of thousands of deaths for both sides. The psychological impact of the atomic bombs, combined with the Soviet Union's entry into the war against Japan, forced Emperor Hirohito to reconsider his stance on surrender. Following the bombings of Hiroshima and Nagasaki, which claimed thousands of lives, Hirohito recognized the futility of continued resistance. The specter of further atomic devastation, along with the looming Soviet threat, compelled him to seek peace to avoid further carnage. The swift surrender of Japan, facilitated by the atomic bombs, averted a protracted and immensely costly invasion. It also reshaped the post-war landscape, preventing a potentially catastrophic conflict with the Soviet Union and paving the way for a new era of global geopolitics. Despite differing opinions on the moral and strategic implications of using atomic weapons, it's evident that their deployment in 1945 ultimately saved countless lives and brought an end to one of the darkest chapters in human history. As we reflect on the events of World War II and the decision to drop the atomic bombs, it's essential to acknowledge the complex moral and ethical considerations at play. While some may criticize the use of such devastating weapons, it's crucial to contextualize the decision within the broader context of the war's brutality and the imperative to end it swiftly. Imperial Japan's relentless aggression and the staggering human cost of their actions cannot be overlooked. From widespread atrocities to the indoctrination of their populace into a fanatical war machine, the Japanese leadership bore significant responsibility for the suffering endured by millions across Asia. In light of this reality, the use of the atomic bombs, while undoubtedly tragic, must be viewed as a calculated measure to bring about a swifter end to the war and prevent even greater loss of life. The alternative, an invasion of Japan, would have unleashed untold horrors and prolonged the conflict indefinitely. Furthermore, the atomic bombing served as a stark warning to the world about the devastating power of nuclear weapons. In the aftermath of World War II, the specter of nuclear annihilation forced nations to confront the need for disarmament and diplomacy to prevent future cataclysms. While debates about the necessity and morality of the atomic bombings will continue, it's clear that they were a pivotal moment in history, one that forever altered the course of warfare and shaped the trajectory of the post-war world. As we strive to understand and learn from the past, let us remember the sacrifices made and the lessons gleaned from this tumultuous chapter in human history. Thank you for joining me on this journey through Forgotten History. Together, we can shed light on the untold stories of the past and honor the memory of those who lived through these momentous events. If you found this discussion insightful, Please consider supporting our channel and spreading awareness of the importance of understanding our shared history.